Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 7.0, and today is day 40. So we've been inside of our Designs applet as of late, talking about social ads and social posts. Today we're going to transition out of social assets and show you how to create a print-based asset. Today specifically, a postcard. So let's dive back into Designs. We know it's our paintbrush icon here on the left-hand side. And we're going to choose to create a new design, as always, using the big blue button in the top right corner. Let's select the print category this time around and choose continue. From here, we're going to get another set of categories and subcategories with a series of assets inside of each one. So you can see previously we chose listings for sale. So that's going to show up on the screen for us. Now we can always go back through and choose any one of these additional categories and assets that are available. But so that we just kind of stay consistent, we've been on for sale for our social posts. Let's say we wanted to send out a postcard advertising our new listing for sale. In this case at the top, you're going to see there are 6 styles of print assets you can choose from within this for sale category. Those include door hangers, flyers, standard size postcards, and then 3 different types of folds. So whether you're using 11 by 17 size paper and doing a bifold, or a trifold using 11 by 8.5 size paper. In this case, we want to create a standard 6 by 4 postcard. So we're going to click on standard postcards, and you're going to see we're going to get a series of templates. There are 18 templates that we can choose from to create. Now here's one thing that's a little bit different about these postcards. Do you see how there's the number 2 in the top left-hand corner? That's the number of pages that are involved inside of this template. So for example, if you were to do a listing presentation template, you would have probably 18, I think, pages, somewhere in that range, 20 pages perhaps. On the postcard, you're basically just going to have front and back. And yet you do need to design each one separate of itself. So if you ever want to see what the actual postcard looks like, you can just hover over the design and it'll show you what the front and back of that postcard actually looks like. So again, to make edits to the postcard, all we would need to do would be to click on the Use button, and that's going to take us into the WeBrand editor, similar to how we created our social posts yesterday. Now, one big difference is down here at the bottom right, you're going to see a button that says Pages. If you click on Pages, it'll show you whether you are editing the front or the back of the postcard. So right now we're editing the front of this postcard. So in this case, let's go ahead and go into the KWLS system. Let's pull back up that listing that we had that we were working with previously. That was the 1409 South Austin Street property in Brenham. And you'll see here are the listings. So let's go ahead and select that listing. And it pulls in all of our photos. So the first thing we probably want to do is change out the photo. Now, what is the captivating piece of this actual property that you're advertising? That's what I would always recommend that photo be about, right? How are you going to capture the most information, kind of the best photo? So if we choose the photo that's on our mock postcard and go to change it out, we can replace the image and see, okay, is that the photo we want to go with? Is perhaps this the photo that we want to go with? Do we want to just do the head-on kitchen photo? Right, so you can see you've got a series of different photos from your listing that you could choose to use. But this is the one that needs to capture the most attention, in my opinion. Now again, you can talk about whether you want to advertise the property's price or not. With postcards, I typically advertise the price. With ads, typically not. But that's totally up to you, however you want to do it. Remember, to change anything inside of a text box, we can click on the listing details, click on the text box itself, choose the typewriter button, and then change. So this one was not 2,200 square feet. This one was, I think it was 1207. I didn't scroll down far enough on the left-hand side. Let's scroll down just a little bit further. There we go, 1206. I was so close. Let's change that text box so that we're accurate. All right, 1206 square foot. And this property was not listed at 400,000. It was listed at 270,000. So I can come in and easily change that out. If I wanted to, I could continue to change the built-in date and the address, of course, as well. Finally, I do need to change the logo on the front. So I'm going to click on that logo. I can come into my logo section, choose the My Assets section, and change out the logo based upon what you have available inside of your library. So now we have made changes to the front of our postcard. From here, we want to select the back of the postcard, and we can begin making edits here on the back. Now, something to note on the back of all of your postcard templates. Do you see all this white space here? You want to be sure that you don't add anything to the white space. This essentially is where the label for your postcard is going to be dropped in. So make sure that you leave this big white space open such that you don't put actual content that's going to be covered by a label. From here, you've got text boxes that you can change. I know this says Hi Jenny. Unfortunately, our system doesn't have a way of pulling in the name of the person that's going to receive the postcard, so you would have to change that out. You might just pay Dear Neighbor or something along those lines. Change these text boxes to talk about the property. You can change out your photo, your headshot, your Market Center logo, your team logo, your name, even go get your Download My App Here link, which we'll talk about at a future challenge, how to get your consumer app link from the consumer applet. Once you've made the changes to all of these pages, you're going to want to title your design. Remember yesterday we titled the design? So this is going to be Postcard, and you might just put PC if you know what that is, right? Just listed and 1409 South Austin. This is just my recommendation of how you name your files. And then again, when did I create it, so I know when that's going out. So now I've got this design created, and it's time to go ahead and download this asset for use in the future. When we do our tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to actually use this template for your direct mail campaign versus the Real Mailers template we used last time. It is important when you download a postcard that you download it as a PDF for printing, that you include the bleed, and that you also download 2 separate files. We want page 1 separate from page 2. So I'm going to go ahead and download page 1. And it's going to take a little while. You can see at the top of the screen here, it's going to be preparing. And then I think it usually goes to 50% and then 100%. You can see we've got it down here at the bottom. From there, we're going to go ahead and download page 2. So in this case, we're going to uncheck page 1. We're going to recheck page 2. We're going to download that. And that's the first half of using these templates inside of a direct mail campaign. If you'll remember back on day 32, I taught you all about how to do a direct mail campaign and use the template that Real Mailer provided. Tomorrow, I'm going to show you how to go back to that direct mail campaign and actually use the template that we just designed inside of the designs library. So stay tuned for that. As always, guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Great talking to you. Look forward to talking to you again very soon.